The hottest street boys, hottest street boys, hottest street boys. It's the hottest street boys.
Like and subscribe. All right, Jamie, well, what'd you get up to this past week, man?
I got to go on a little business trip. I got to go to Birmingham.
Alabama or
Birmingham,
England? Birmingham.
I went to Alabama.
Oh.
I drove there.
Oh.
It was fun. Got to go check out some patio furniture, so it was very cool.
Yeah.
And also went up to Nashville afterwards and got to hang out with some friends. So got to see some friends, and it was just a nice time.
Did you have any hot chicken?
I did. I had so much hot chicken. It's like all I ate on Friday was hot chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was delicious.
Man, Nash Vegas, I love that place.
Yeah.
Got a USA friendly coming up there, huh? Or is it a qualifier?
I think it's a qualifier. It's more than a friendly. I think it's USA versus Canada. It's on a Sunday night in early September.
All right.
Wish I could go, but got to work. So
yeah. Well, we'll figure it out. We're gonna. The public has spoken. We're gonna have to take a road trip soon.
Yeah, we should.
And maybe like film it in a Winnebago or something.
Maybe we'll see.
We'll figure it out.
What did you get up to?
Man, I had a kind of getting back to school, so I had a busy work week, and man, the highlight of the weekend really went and ate at the patio at El Rayo outdoors.
Yeah, that's a very nice establishment there.
It's super nice, man. It's really cool. I like the overhead seating. You can like go and there's it's like a bird's nest. It's like a perch.
That's pretty wild.
Where you can just kind of look at.
It looks so cool. I haven't been to the
Midtown.
patio at El Rayo yet, but I need to go check it out.
Super nice. Enjoyed it. Had the number 10 can nachos again.
Every time.
And then I'm kind of boring. I find something I like. I just kind of eat it over and over. And I had the flank steak tacos.
Can't go wrong.
Super good.
Their flank steak there is so flavorful and delicious.
It's next level, man. It's
Yeah.
next level. But there wasn't a ton of stuff really going on. It was our weekend was last weekend was so intense. So it was good to have like some time to just chill and relax. Watch a little bit of the Olympics or.
Yeah. I heard our U.S. women won the gold in volleyball, and it was like a kind of a shocker.
Yeah, man. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Love volleyball.
Way to go. Yeah.
I won beach volleyball intramural championship at Southern Miss once.
Really?
It's the only intramural championship I've ever won. So
that's awesome.
So there's that.
I got beaten ping pong.
Yeah? Yeah,
I tried to play ping pong, and it didn't work out too well. I get like 2 rounds in, and then I just, it doesn't go my way.
So you just tried ping pong and failed, is what you're
It's
saying.
usually they set it up in tournaments. It's usually just like, hey, they're going to have a ping pong tournament. It's not like a league or anything. Although, if anybody wanted to start a ping pong league, hit me up if you do, because I'll play. But yeah, seriously.
Dude, why aren't you in a ping pong league? Or table tennis.
I should be. I feel like, hey, if maybe if somebody wanted to open up a really cool table tennis club, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
It's an idea that you can just have. Take that.
Yeah. You hear that, Herb?
Yeah.
Herb knows. He'll get it going.
All right.
If you know, you know. So, man, I'm really excited about our episode today. We got Brandon Thaxton of the Lucky Rabbit. I went and checked out the Schitt's Creek set that they have in the middle of their flea market. There's so many activities in that place.
I gotta say, that place is so cool. All the nostalgia that comes from all the stuff that they have. And I'm telling you, Brandon is like a next level set builder. Mm-hmm. He does all these things to attract people, and it's always so cool.
Yeah, it's like if the show Hoarders was productive.
Really?
Yeah, it's so much stuff.
It is a lot of stuff.
But it's like so well curated. So really excited to get to talk to him and really find out more about his business. So after this, Brandon Thaxton of the Lucky Rabbit.
The hottest street boys, hottest street boys, hottest street boys. It's the hottest street boys.
We're here with Brandon Thaxton of the Lucky Rabbit. Brandon, how are you today?
I am great. Thank you for having me.
Man, it's great to have you. Right now, you have a full set in your store of Schitt's Creek, the motel room. I want to get right into it. How'd you do that? Because I went and saw it, and it's like I'm in the show, and it kind of messed with my head a little bit.
Well, it definitely comes with some experience of doing these things. You know, we've done it. I guess I'll start from the beginning. We started with Stranger Things 2 years ago. It was summer of 2019, so it was whenever the third season had just came out, July 4th, and our whole deal was like, oh, we'll just do this, you know, do the alphabet wall and do a few things and see what people think. And it was funny because, you know, we have a lot of vendors at the Lucky Rabbit because it's kind of set up like a flea market essentially, where people rent spaces, that sort of thing. We'd be working on it, they'd come by and they would be like, what are y'all doing, what is this, you know, just so confused. And so we weren't really feeling like that confident about it. So once we did roll it out, it just became this huge thing, and apparently people love sets, and they like more so photo opportunities than sets. Everybody wants to have the coolest Instagram photo. It's just like what it is nowadays. So anyway, we did Stranger Things. It was a huge hit. Wasn't long after that, we did Christmas Vacation for Christmas, which was really cool. And then we did a small Home Alone thing for Christmas, this past Christmas. And so this was and then we did The Office, of course. So we've had some experience building these things and watching the show and pulling up screen grabs and studying all the scenes and studying all the stuff that's on a table or pictures on a wall. And everybody's just, you know, so blown away by what we're doing and just wondering, how do y'all do that? But it's really just a lot of studying and a lot of money. Really.
Yeah, I bet.
So it's right now, like you were saying with Schitt's Creek, it's the latest one. We just brought it out this past Saturday, and we're getting a lot of buzz. A lot of people from, you know, 2, 3, 4 hours away are already reaching out, trying to plan on what weekend they're coming to check it out.
Right.
So
that's awesome. So do you get a lot of out of town, like I guess you call them tourists, but out of town travelers?
Yes. We have, over the last couple of years, become a destination store. So we try to view ourselves like that. We try to carry items that what you would see in a destination store. Because the thing is, you know, if people are coming to Hattiesburg to come to just the Lucky Rabbit, or they're passing through and they're wanting to come there, they need that souvenir. You know, they need that T-shirt, or, you know, the keychain, or whatever, or just that experience. You know, that photo op. You know, so those things we're constantly wanting to deliver to keep them interested in. You know, so
from inception to execution, how long does it take to get a full set like that done?
It's kind of hard to say. I think nowadays it would take a couple of months, which is what Schitt's Creek took. It was one of those situations where before COVID, you know, we were open 4 days a month. So after we closed, it was, you know, we had like 3 weeks there that we could just tear something down and build something, you know. And that's what happened with The Office. Like, I pretty much built it by myself for 3 weeks, like drop ceiling, everything, and got it done. And so that's how I'm used to working, just getting in there and banging it out, you know. But with Schitt's Creek, it was, you know, we're open every weekend now, but to keep crowds down with COVID, and it's actually our new business model. We're not ever going back to just once a month. So it took us a couple of months. I mean, just on and off working on it, you know, 1 or 2 days a week. There were some weeks that we were out of town and didn't even get to touch it. It was just kind of like, all right, let's get this done. So we finally rolled it out this weekend, and we're happy with it.
Man, it looks great because it's, you know, we were talking about this earlier. It messes with your mind, not just because you've seen that on TV, but you spent so much time with that show, like I think it's like 5 seasons, where you kind of feel like you've lived it a little bit,
right?
You know, virtually. So then to actually step into it and go like, I'm here, but I'm not on the show. It's like such a unique experience. Is that something that other people...
Right. And what you're describing is exactly what we aim for. You know, all these shows that you watch, all these scenes, all this, you know, especially a series show where you're seeing a lot of the same sets and that sort of thing. All those pictures and everything are stored in your brain somewhere. So when you don't even realize it, when you come in, you see it, you're like, holy crap, this is really familiar. Why is this familiar? Oh, this is the show. That's why it's familiar, but I'm here. And so your brain's kind of going through this, and it's really crazy to get that feeling. And honestly, I'm jealous that I don't get to experience it the same way some of these customers do coming in. Like some of them didn't even know, like this past weekend, they didn't even know we even had it, and they're big fans.
Really?
You know, the word just hadn't gotten to them yet, and so they're just walking around. All of a sudden, like there's this Schitt's Creek set of this show that they love, and so getting to see their response, that's like exactly what we're going for. You know?
Yeah, that's cool. I haven't thought about that. Like, yeah, because you're seeing it, you're seeing the process. So you don't really get that shock value that your customers get.
Right, and that's what I was telling you earlier was, there's some things that, like, you know, there's some things in a set that really matter, and there's some things that don't. You know, like for instance with Schitt's Creek, the headboards and all the furniture has all that weird pattern on it. That had to be just right. You know, it couldn't just be just two twin beds up there that were painted white. You know, it had to look like exactly like the show. So it's just things like that that really just pull it all together. So whenever we're working on it and we place those items in there for the first time, I get those feels too, you know, for a few minutes where I'm like, I can't look away, and I keep looking at it. I'll take a picture and stare at it and be like, oh, and then I know that we're on the right track, you know?
Right. Yeah, man, you're definitely on the right track. Now, Lucky Rabbit as a whole is a flea market as well. What's your favorite thing about the Lucky Rabbit right now that you guys do? What do you do really well? Obviously, the sets are great, but you guys do lots of stuff that I think a lot of people don't really realize or know about.
It's just, I think what I love the most, and this is going to sound crazy, is that we're open every weekend. I mean, a lot of people come to us and are like, oh, how are y'all making it open every weekend? You know, they think that we hate it. I mean, it's hot. You know, I get it. Like, there's no air conditioning in there. If you've been there in the summer, you know.
Yeah.
But honestly, we love it because it gives us time to really fine tune and make things awesome. And we've got a lot more plans besides just sets, you know, just like little vignettes and little other photo ops, you know. I think it's all of that is what I love doing. You know, whenever I used to have roommates in college, they used to call, like I would be in charge of like the TV and have the speakers, and if we had a party, like I'm the one that's, you know, curating the playlist and like all this stuff, and they would call it Thaxton Theme Park. It was just like I could never really have a good time because I was like, oh, this speaker's doing something, you know, making sure everything's perfect, you know.
Yeah.
And it was just recently that I realized that, you know, Lucky Rabbit is like Thaxton Theme Park. Like Thaxton Theme Park has been my calling this whole time because I just love to entertain people and impress them, and just like buying, like, okay, you know, if we're out shopping or something and like I found a Pee Wee Herman doll, you know, it's just kind of weird. I like to call things like that creepy cool, you know. But you know, we see a lot of stuff because we shop a lot, and I see, you know, just weird oddities and stuff like that. And so for me to be kind of like, oh man, that's so cool and so weird, I know that some random customer who doesn't do a whole lot of like thrift shopping and that sort of thing would be weirded out by it. So I buy stuff like that and just kind of put around the store, and it's, you get like 100 of those little items all over the place. Then now you've got this like sensory overload of like, whoa, what is going on? And so that leaves this weird lasting impression on them that they go home and they're still thinking about it, and then now they want to treat their friend and say, hey, I got to show you this place, you know. So that's kind of like what I enjoy most, is just every weekend just trying to do something weird and different to catch people's attention, you know.
Yeah, well, you said you took the words right out of my mouth. Sensory overload. I was there this past weekend, and you know, I focused on the set, and then I looked around, but it's like there's so much stuff going on. Like you can't just do a pass through. You got to go, like, take your time, like cut out at least an hour to walk through and not rush through it. I know one thing that people do go there for is your Hattiesburg shirts, and Hattiesburg is a personal favorite of mine. How did that come about? When what was the idea for that?
Well, it started out with just a passion, you know, for for Hattiesburg, just living in Hattiesburg and loving Hattiesburg, and me wanting shirts that had something to do with Hattiesburg, really. I mean, a lot of the stuff that we make, like especially Hattiesburg and this, which that doesn't have anything to do with Hattiesburg, but this is my Hamburglar, or not, everybody calls it Hamburglar. This is actually Officer Big Mac. That's the Big Mac climber in there.
Yeah.
I make a lot of these things for myself, you know, and then I'll sell, you know, other people like them too, so they buy them. But yeah, it was just out of a passion for Hattiesburg. I was just thinking, man, some old landmarks would be really cool on shirts, you know, and just thought of a few and reached out to the business owners and said, hey, like, you know, would you guys mind if we put your business on a shirt, and we'll give you and your family and your employees T-shirts if you let us do that. And they were like, cool, you know, like John Neal at Keg and Barrel, you know, like he'll think this is funny, but Keg and Barrel, like we have our landmark shirts that we reprint. Keg and Barrel's like one of our like old time bestsellers. Like it's just a solid shirt. Everybody buys a Keg and Barrel shirt, and you know, and thankfully we're at that point in our business with the T-shirt stuff that, you know, T-shirts get stains on them, they get worn out, and it's time to come in and replace it, get a new one, you know.
Yeah, I like, you know, talking with you. I like the passion you have for this place. You know, I think that's common amongst our community, but not common amongst lots of other places. Is this, you know, you're talking about the labor of love that is the Lucky Rabbit, like working on, like, you know, building a social media following and just hammering away at it. Is that something that you would see yourself doing in another place, or is it? What I'm getting at is I think a lot of people work harder because of their passion for this place.
You have to have a passion for what it is that you're selling. You know, you just have to. And tying that back to the sets, Abby and I always talk about this. Abby is my wife and business partner. We can't do a set of something that we don't like. You know, right. Like people are always like, y'all should do this, y'all should do that. And like for a second I think about it, and then I'm like, I don't even know, you know, I'm not going to go and watch the show and kind of like study it. Like it has to be, dude, I love this show. I like it, you know, I want to recreate this for myself, more importantly, and then share it with everyone else. You know, that's kind of where I'm at. And so it's the same thing with the business aspect of it is, you know, we just only do things that we're passionate about, you know, and if you've got a passion for something, you'll sink everything into it and you'll make it work no matter what.
Man, well, that's great advice for anybody. But you know, we're not very serious. I think it's time to just play a game.
Oh, I'm serious.
You're not serious.
I'm super serious all the time. I quit recess because of school.
Because you don't play.
I got that, the whole thing.
Nice, nailed it. Well, Brendan, you brought some sodas from the Lucky Rabbit that are actually available at the Lucky Rabbit, and we're going to test Jamie's taste buds. This is
Taste Buds
with Jamie.
Did I what?
Your hair.
What about my hair?
You did something to it.
No. This is my natural hair.
Come on, man.
You see how it feels?
All right, it's Taste Buds with Jamie.
Yes. I've been told I have horrible taste, so let's see how this goes.
Okay, so I've brought some sodas from the store. If I had known it was going to go this way, I would have brought just the worst sodas that we carry. But you may be in luck or not. We'll see.
All right, I'm supposed to guess the flavor, right?
I mean, yeah, just tell us what you think about it.
So far, so good.
Like cherry cola? It tastes like a cola.
It's a cola. It is. It's a cola. You like it? It seems.
It tastes like cherries. I have a cherry soda. I'm guessing cherry soda.
All right. Well, you've done well. You said cola.
All right, Jamie, that was Mr. Cola. Nice. Yeah, I want to get some too.
Ding dong.
I wanna pull.
That's good. Ding dong. We're good.
It tastes like Pepsi in the 90s.
It does have a Pepsi taste.
I like it.
I like Mr. Cola. It was good. All right, the next soda or the next the next. Yeah, they're all sodas, right? I mean,
Technically, yeah.
they're all beverages.
This is a
here.
buttermilk. Good luck.
It tastes like a root beer of some sort. I don't know.
What kind of soda do you taste? Taste.
Is it root beer though? I don't know.
For those of you listening at home, Jamie's tasting soda with a cat mask on.
I don't know. This one's hard.
It's weird.
Like,
It's weird though.
this one's
right?
different. This one's like
Give us one taste.
I want to say root beer, but I don't think it is. Like it doesn't taste. It tastes not like cream soda.
Is there ginger in it? What do you have a hint of?
Is it ginger? Is it a ginger soda? I don't know. I'm guessing root beer.
Well, it is not a root beer.
Dang.
It is Moxie.
Moxie.
Yes, it is like. I think it's one of the oldest sodas.
It tasted like a pretty old soda.
And it's an elixir.
Oh.
So whenever it first was came out, it was marketed towards, like it helps your health. Drink one of these a day to
Cure all.
yeah.
cure all. Exactly.
I'm gonna have some pep in my step after this.
Yeah, you get Moxie. Distinctly
yeah.
different. Moxie, original elixir, established 1884.
You'll love it.
Look at this guy, man. This guy on the bottle.
There you go.
He uses more hair gel than me.
All right.
All right, round 3, Jamie. What you got? What kind of soda do you taste? Taste.
This tastes delicious, actually. This tastes like grape soda or something. I'm guessing grape soda.
That one has a lot of flavor, doesn't it? Like a lot of different.
Blueberry, blue
depth.
raspberry. What is this? Like some sort of. What is this? Like a Jones soda? Is that a thing that people drink? Jones soda?
You just made that up.
I don't know. Is that a brand?
No, it is a brand.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
So it's like soda
You've seen them.
Oh.
You've seen they have them
Sure?
at Corner Market and stuff. It says Jones. It just says Jones, like very plainly.
I'm getting fruit. I'm getting a lot of fruity notes in this one.
Okay, well you've done a great job. This is actually called Frou Berry,
Snap. Frou berry.
Yeah.
and it's made by a company called Dublin in Dublin, Texas. Actually,
That's
this
delightful.
is a very, very popular soda company, and it's
like that.
it's not just like a single flavor. You know what I mean? Like it's got a great profile.
Like I say, I was getting some blue raspberry
Yeah.
going on up in there.
Yeah.
Also, that Moxie tastes like Robitussin a little bit.
It
It-
tasted like flat. It tasted flat.
It's an elixir. No, it's not. But
When you
because
say
it's an
old,
elixir.
It just tasted,
It has
yeah.
a medicine type taste. I
Yeah.
thought it kind of reminded me of Tab.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
what's
man.
this one, Jamie?
Oh, God.
This is the last one.
What the heck is this? Oh. This is like off-putting. Am I being punked right now? This is...
You're wearing a cat mask. Taste testing sodas. Yes, we're punking you for
What?
sure.
It tastes like corn. Is this corn soda?
You don't get a hint of anything besides corn.
I don't know.
Low fructose
What-
corn.
Corn syrup?
No, it's not even
Which-
syrup.
It's just corn.
We didn't have anything in between to
Yeah.
break it up.
It's
so,
just corn dust in there, bruh.
I
So,
don't
so you
know.
don't like it?
This one's a little different. This one's a little... Yeah, please explain what this one is.
All right. Well, that's it. So I mean, you can just take your mask off and look at it.
I think he likes to be a kitty.
Bacon soda.
Bacon, like
Are you
baking
getting-
soda?
Bacon.
Get it?
Like Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. Man, that's awesome. Well, Jamie, you went. I mean, I think you won.
This is unique.
I mean, we won.
Yeah, we won. It was entertaining. Everyone won getting to see that.
Excuse
Well,
me.
Brandon, thanks so much for coming and
Yeah, thanks.
hanging out with us and bringing us sodas. And man, be sure you check out the Schitt's Creek set at the Lucky Rabbit. Now open every weekend.
Every weekend.
Every weekend.
And I'll just give the details. Open every Saturday and Sunday. Saturday 9 to 6, Sunday 11 to 5, until October 31st. That's when the set's coming down. Something else will be out for Christmas. So.
Let's go.
Cool.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks, man. This was awesome. Make sure you follow the Lucky Rabbit. You don't need us to tell you that. You get it. You already do. And have a great one.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Nice.